Have you ever wondered what it was like to host a Poshmark party on their app, or even what it was like to host a Posh N Sip? I got to do both of those things in 1 week for the first time just a couple weeks ago, so I'm going to share my experiences with you in this video.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body counts for your neck.
Hey everyone, my name is Becky Park and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark as well as some other apps. And today we're going to talk about what my experience was like hosting a Posh N Sip as well as what it was like to host a Poshmark Posh Party on the app. If you're interested in just one or the other, I'm going to start with talking about the Poshmark Posh Party on the app. So if you're only interested in what my experience was like in hosting the Posh N Sip party, then I've put a timestamp down in the description below so that you can just click on it and it'll take you exactly to when I start talking about the Posh N Sip. So let's go ahead and get started with talking about what it was like hosting a Poshmark Posh Party. Now, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, the Poshmark app has four? Hold on, let's talk through this. So I am Central Standard Time, and there's always a party at 11 o'clock a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. So yes, there are 4 Posh parties. They are virtual parties that just happen on the app, or if you're using the website, on the website. And essentially what happens is there are themed parties at those 4 times of day. So sometimes at 11 o'clock it'll be like the boho party, and it'll be brands like Free People and Anthropology. And what you can do is any items that you have in your closet that fit that description, you can share it directly to that party. So what that does is it kind of curates all of what's on Poshmark and allows people to find things from certain brands or a certain aesthetic, and it's an easier place to just go to look for that certain type of thing. Other parties include things like Best in Tops, or the men's Poshmark party, or kids, or petites, or there's just so many different kinds. And usually the evening party, which is again for Central Standard Time people like myself at 9 o'clock, that's usually a party that they put a vague enough title to so that you can share anything that's in your closet. One thing that happens within these Posh parties on the app is there is a host gallery, and there are hosts that are selected by Poshmark's headquarters or whoever. And the way that you become a host is that you fill out an online application, and I will actually link that down below. One thing I will say about the application process to host a Poshmark party on the app is that there was a long period of silence before I heard from Poshmark. So I applied using the link that is down below, and then I waited and waited and waited. And I think I actually applied again because I was like, maybe I didn't do it right the first time. So if you do apply to host an online Poshmark party, expect to wait quite a few months even before you hear anything back from Poshmark. And I think that's because a lot of people are applying online. I believe that there are 2 stipulations in order to be selected to be a host of a Poshmark party. One is you must be a Poshmark ambassador. And in order to become a Poshmark ambassador, there's like a whole list of things that you have to do. Personally, it didn't take me too long to become one, I think under a month, but there are, a list of qualifications that you need to meet before you can be labeled a Poshmark ambassador. The second thing that you have to do is you have to make sure that your closet is compliant. Now, I don't know how stringent Poshmark is on this. I don't know if they're actually going through and checking the closets of every person who applies to be a Poshmark host, but that is one of the things that they state as a rule for people who are going to apply to be a Poshmark party host. Your duties as a Poshmark host for the parties on the app are really simple. First of all, you are never a host by yourself. You are always a host with like 3 to 7 other people, and they'll typically start you off with one of the smaller parties. So they'll start you off not with like the evening one, but one of the daytime ones, because those don't tend to be quite as busy, and I think they're just trying to ease you in. Your main duty is to select 50 to 100 listings that are going to be considered host picks. When you go into a Poshmark party, there's the feed that just anyone can share any items that meet the requirement of that party, but then there's a separate little gallery called the host pick gallery, and that's a curated feed within the curated feed of the party, and it's within that feed that hosts put listings that they think deserve the title of host pick. So Poshmark is expecting you as the host to find 50 to 100 listings that you think are exceptional and belong in that host pick gallery. So for myself, what I did was, in the days leading up to my party that I was hosting, I created a listing in both my Poshmark closet as well as on my Instagram. And on my Instagram, I just let people know that I was going to be hosting my very first party, which happened to be the very first home market party, and that was at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. And that was kind of exciting because it was the first time that there was going to be a party for the home market. So I created an Instagram post letting my friends on Instagram know that that was going to be happening, and I let them know that if they were interested in getting a host pick from me, they could just leave their closet name down below. And to be honest, there were a lot of people who were like, oh, I don't have any home goods yet. I wish I did so that you could select one of mine. But I was able to select probably the majority of my host picks from Instagram friends. I also created a listing that said the same thing over in my Poshmark closet, and a lot of people came and visited my closet and let me know that they had listings that they would like for me to consider within their closet for the home market Poshmark party. Now, Poshmark does request that you select a good number of listings from newer Poshers, because if they get a listing selected as a host pick, it's kind of motivating and it just lets them feel like they're doing something right, and I totally get that. So I did try to go out of my way to make sure that many of the listings were from people who had newer closets or were just newer to Poshmark in general. Poshmark also allows you to choose a number of your own listings as host picks. They say like up to 10. I definitely didn't do that many because I felt kind of weird about not utilizing every single host pick that I could for other people. So I think I only did like 2 or 3 of my own, but they do give you that freedom if you desire to use that. The way that it works is when you are a Poshmark party, Poshmark puts like a special little thing on your account so that when you share an item to the party during the allotted time of that Poshmark party, that's when it becomes a host pick and it goes into that host pick gallery. You can also, if you want to, and a lot of other Poshers do this, I personally did not, but you can also type out like a little phrase that you can leave in the comment section of each of the people's listings that you are picking as host picks. That way they know that you're the one that chose their item as a host pick, and if they want to, they can come back to your closet and thank you, or just even thank you within their own listing. I honestly just didn't feel like doing that. The time that I was hosting my Poshmark party, I was actually at my brother's house and we were having this big dinner, so I was a little distracted and just trying to get through it as quickly as I could, so I wasn't really in the mood to like not only share their items but also have to leave a little comment within the comment section of their listing. But that is something that you can do. So what I did was I gave myself a couple hours before the Poshmark party and I went through all of the closets that were listed in the comment section of my Instagram post, as well as the posts that I had put in my Poshmark closet, and I visited people's closets and I liked items that I wanted to make host picks later on when it was time for the party. That way, because I was only liking items within that span of time that I wanted to share to the host gallery, it was really easy for me when it became 6 o'clock to just go to my likes tab and just start sharing things in order that I had liked them to the Poshmark party that was happening at the time. Now, the only drawback of this system is that a lot of people got really excited that I had liked their item. They sent me an offer, and to this day, I'm still getting notifications about, people having dropped prices on those items or sending out offers to likers, which I don't really mind. It's not like that much of a clutter when it comes to the notifications feed in my Poshmark closet, but that is something to keep in mind. I think other people will do things like create bundles out of those people's items within their closets, but I thought that that was just a little too much work. I like the process of just liking their items and then visiting my likes tab and sharing those items to the party that way. So here's the $1 million question. Is it worth it? In some ways, I would say yes. I think I got a lot of new followers. I had a lot of people come to my closet and share items. However, I did not make a single sale. I did not get a single offer during that time. Nothing that actually brought profit to my closet in that moment happened. So if you think that by being a Poshmark host, you're gonna all of a sudden get all these offers and all these people are gonna visit your closet and start buying stuff, that's not really the case. The people who are visiting your closet at that time, they're not looking to buy, they're looking to have you visit their closet so that you will select one of their items as a host pick. My phone was blowing up that day, but it wasn't necessarily for reasons that I was super excited about. So that is one thing to keep in mind if you're not a fan of your phone blowing up with notifications from Poshmark about people following you or sharing your closet. Would I do it again? Yeah, and I am actually going to be doing it again. I just got another email from Poshmark saying that they want me to host another party later this month. So, it's kind of a fun thing to do. Like I said, you do get some new followers, and I will keep you posted on what it's like the next time around. Maybe this time I will get some more sales, who knows? But it is kind of a neat little thing to be on that side of hosting a party and seeing what all goes into it. Now let's move on to what it was like to host my very first Posh N Sip. Of the two, I have to say that I definitely preferred the Posh N Sip just because you actually got to meet with other fellow Poshers, person to person, face to face. In case you don't know what a Posh N Sip is, Posh N Sips are events held by Poshmark ambassadors. I don't even know if you have to be a Poshmark ambassador. I'm really not sure. But they're held by other Poshers who want to create some sort of environment or event where people who are on Poshmark or interested in Poshmark can come together and just grow as a community. I decided to host a Posh N Sip because I actually had a lot of people from Instagram and YouTube who were telling me that they were from my area and they just didn't even know that there were other Poshers in our vicinity. And a few of them point blank asked me, would you ever consider hosting a Posh N Sip? Now, I didn't really know what one was because, like I said, I'd never gone to one and I just didn't really have a lot of information about it, but I went on the Poshmark blog, and I will put that link down below as well where you can apply to host your own Posh N Sip. And I did a little reading about it and decided that maybe that would be a fun thing to do, especially because it would allow me to meet other Poshers in the flesh. So it was pretty easy. I just decided on when I wanted to have it, thought of a location for it, and then I applied online, and probably within like a week or so, I got the okay from Poshmark with the next set of directions as far as what I needed to do. Now, the Poshmark blog does have information regarding how Poshmark will support you when you host a Posh N Sip. So for example, there are tiers of rewards that you can receive from Poshmark depending on how many Posh N Sips you host within a year. And I will actually insert a picture of what those tiers are. So if you host one Posh N Sip, you get a swag box, and I'm going to show a clip actually of what all is included within that swag box. This is the box that I got from Poshmark for hosting a Posh N Sip, and I'm going to show you what's inside. I was actually really excited to get this because I think it's really cool that they provide this little kit for people who are, hosting this event. So it tells you right here, and I already opened it, that's why it looks kind of crazy, but it tells you right here what's inside. There is the Poshmark square and circle stickers. There are Poshmark pens, Poshmark balloons, and the balloons you do they just come like this, and you can take them somewhere and get like helium put in them so that they will float. And then there are Poshmark thank you cards, informational cards, Posh N Sip napkins, photography props. Oh, that's what that is. So these are photography props. And there are pop sockets that's for the me to post. So that's for me, which is really nice. And then an extra one for a giveaway. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you everything. So this is one of the props. These are the pop sockets, which is really cool. I will definitely include one of these in the raffle. And that's what those look like. And then I already showed you the balloons, so there's that. This is just a nice little pin for me to wear so that people know who I am, which reminds me, I still need to get name tags for everyone to wear tomorrow, but that one's mine. And just a nice little thank you card and just a little note from them saying that they're excited to see pictures from the event. These are the napkins in here, and I don't really want to get them all messed up, but you can see kind of right there what they look like. That's kind of cute. These are the informational cards. So this is especially geared for people who may be coming to the event who are not yet selling on Poshmark and they just want to learn more about it. So that's what is going on here. And I guess here I can write my Closet Boutique and my referral code, which I shall try to find the time to do today. Some pens. Unfortunately, there's not enough for everyone, but still, that's really cool. I'll probably just enter these in the raffle as well. And there are there's this little guy. What is this called? It's the thing so that you can use it on your iPad and stuff. I don't remember what that's, but that little nub. So that's a nice little cool touch. And it says Poshmark right there. And then here are stickers for everyone. I think that there should be enough for everyone. So everyone can get a nice little Poshmark sticker. They can put that on their phone or on their laptop or something. A bunch of cute little pins. I think there's enough of those for everyone. And finally,
thank you cards that people can use for packages. I think that I will just go ahead and I think I'll just give everyone one, or I don't know if I should keep them together like this and just make that a prize, but I think it's nicer for everyone to get one so that they can see what they're like. So yeah, really cool. There's a good mixture of things. There are things that like, you know, we can make sure everyone gets one of something for their little swag bag, but there are also things that I can put in the raffle, which is really fun and exciting. And then also just like little picture things. I have the square one somewhere. My son was playing with it, so I need to find that. But that's what I got for Poshmark for hosting the Posh N Sip.
But you're able to use items from within that swag box to help decorate for your Posh N Sip. There are items that you can raffle off, or just goodies that you can leave on the table for people to take with them when they leave. So they do support you in that way. However, one thing that I felt like really lacked on the blog was, what are you supposed to do at a Posh N Sip? That's where I was really confused. So once I had my date and I had my place and I had the okay from Poshmark, and they sent me an email saying that they were gonna send me this Poshmark swag box within, you know, a week of my Posh N Sip, I just kind of twiddled my fingers and I was like, but what happens now? So what I personally did was I took to Instagram and I literally just basically began like stalking people who had either hosted Posh N Sips or attended Posh N Sips recently. What I did was I clicked on the hashtag Posh N Sip, and then I just looked to see who had recently gone to a Posh N Sip or hosted a Posh N Sip, and I just started DMing them and asking them, hey, I saw that you recently hosted or attended a Posh N Sip. Can you please tell me what you do at one of these events, because I'm hosting one very soon and I have no idea what I'm doing. And it was through that I got a lot of great advice from a lot of people, both attendees and people who had hosted. And not only that, but there were also certain individuals who I reached out to who donated items for my Posh N Sip, which I thought was so gracious. I didn't even know that that was a thing. So what I learned from DMing all of these people is that no two Posh N Sips look the same. There are some held at really swanky venues with drinks, and people pay to attend a Posh N Sip, and that's why there are a lot of Posh N Sips where you can buy tickets on sites like Eventbrite. But there were also Posh N Sips where people just got together at like a pool and they had a pool party, and although they did talk about Poshmark, it wasn't really anything super structured. There were some Posh N Sips that literally looked like conferences, and they had invited big poshers to come in and speak to them about various topics. So what I took from that was that I could really do whatever I wanted with it and make it my own. So I decided to hold my Posh N Sip at this place in town called Broadway Food Hall, which is just this really cool open big space, and it's kind of like a food hall, like the name suggests, where there are 5 to 6 different restaurants, so everyone could choose what they wanted to eat. There was something for everybody, and rather than have people pay a certain price up front, people just paid for their own meals and drinks if they wanted it, and not everyone wanted to, so that was fine. I had a rough outline of what I wanted to do with the 2 hours that my Posh N Sip would take place during. However, what I found was once we actually all got together, I didn't really have to like go by my plans because things just kind of figured themselves out. Everyone just started talking to one another, people would ask great questions, and we were just able to hang out with one another without me needing to give everyone structured activities. The one thing that I did want to make sure that I did, because I received some amazing donations from different people and companies, was I wanted to make sure that I had a raffle, and because my Posh N Sip was really small, I think we had like 6 or 7 people attend, everyone got to go home with some amazing prizes, so that was really fun. On the topic of raffles and just getting items to raffle off, I would suggest reaching out to different companies who might benefit from resellers learning about them. So for example, I reached out to a couple wholesale companies like Indo Trading USA and Via Trading. Indo Trading USA donated a coupon code that my Posh N Sip attendees could use. Fashionmaids, which is an awesome wholesale company, and I will link them down below as well. They donated an entire box of, I believe, 10 pieces that I could raffle off. And then finally, Via Trading, who I've talked about before on this channel, they donated a huge box of Amazon shelf pulls and returns that I could raffle off as well. By the way, I did make an unboxing video of a Via Trading wholesale lot that I will link right here. And one thing that I believe I failed to mention is that not only do you need to click on the link that I will provide in the description section down below, but you also need to put the word Becky, which is just my name, in the coupon code section, or like maybe it says like coupon code or discount code or whatever when you're checking out, and that's how you get $25 off your first purchase from Via Trading. So I think I forgot to say that in the unboxing video, and some people were like, I clicked on the link, but I'm not getting the $25 off. That's what you have to do. I'm so sorry. Regardless, they were wonderful and donated some great stuff. I also had individual Poshers who donated some amazing things for my Posh N Sip. Nanette was one of them, and you're gonna get to see what she donated.
So I'm literally blown away right now because I am like finally carefully looking through the contents of what Nanette Sanchez from Trunk Trend sent me for my Posh N Sip, and it's ridiculous. Like, it's out of this world. So first of all, I'm not even gonna show you what is in that bag because it's amazing, but she sent me this bag filled with like a bunch of jewelry, and it's all new with tags, or like new in the packaging, and she has her little like card with it, which is awesome too, because I definitely want people to know about her and what she's doing. But it's just like all different kinds of jewelry, so everyone that comes to the event tomorrow is going to get at least one thing, which is awesome. Like, I think that's maybe like a hair clip. Yeah, those are like hairpins. So cool. Those are some more hairpins. Oh my gosh. So if you have not yet checked out Trunk Trends on Poshmark, or if you are not following Nanette, I'm going to link her down below, obviously. But oh my gosh, like, this is ridiculous. Like, she's so generous to have sent all of this stuff to help people who are coming to tomorrow's I cannot say Posh N Sip, but she is so generous to have donated all of this stuff for my Posh N Sip tomorrow to help people who are, you know, trying to learn more about Poshmark and trying to get more inventory, and just, oh my gosh. Or honestly, it's like they could just keep it themselves too. You know what I'm saying? But this is beyond generous, and I'm just so grateful. So you may be asking, but what's in that bag? Amazingness. And by the way, these are my daughter's Legos. Say hi, Legos. But yeah, in here is a brand new with tags Kate Spade crossbody bag. Like, what? What is life? I mean, come on. This is so friggin' generous. So that is something that's definitely going to be part of our raffle, and we'll make sure that somebody goes home with that. Again, either to keep for themselves or to, you know, put in their Poshmark closet. And she's even sent me like a little bag to put that in, and it is so reminiscent of Kate Spade. I mean, come on. Like, this is too much. Thank you so much, Nanette. You are amazing.
As well as the wonderful people over at UPakNShip. They created these swag bags with poly mailers and stickers and thank you cards and just so much amazing stuff for everyone from my Posh N Sip to take home with them.
Show you what UPakNShip sent me. You guys, I literally thought that when I was talking to her that they were gonna send me they were gonna send me 25 of these so that each person could get one poly mailer. And I thought that was so generous. But no. What she meant was, I'm gonna send you 25 goodie bags that she put in this, consisting of all of this. So there are 25 bags with all of this stuff, and each person that comes to my Posh N Sip is going to get to go home with one of these packets, which is, again, like ridiculously generous. So let me go ahead and show you what all is in here. So if you don't know, UPakNShip has done this really cool collaboration with Poshmark, and they have Poshmark branded things in their shop. Things like these thank you cards, and these are made of like a really nice thick cardstock. The front is kind of more of like that shiny material, but the back is more matte. I know sometimes it's kind of hard to write on this front side just because it is like a little bit more shiny, and some markers or some pens will run, but you know, if you use like a Sharpie, or there are some pens that work really nice on here. And like I said, it is just so like nice and thick and durable, and it looks like everyone gets like 10 of these. Again, just what? So ridiculous. They get 2 sheets of these thank you stickers, and it looks like each sheet has 12, so 24 stickers. And then everyone gets one to, I don't know, looks like maybe 10 poly mailers, and they are branded with like the Posh Love, I Love Poshmark, Ship Ship Hooray. So cute. And these are really good quality, guys. In case you've never tried the UPakNShip mailers, they're amazing. And then finally, it looks like 10 of these bad boys, so that if you have clothes that you want to put in like this nice packaging, you can. I don't want to like mess up my little stack here, but so generous. Like what in the world?
And not only that, but because I have some left over, I am going to be doing a giveaway in this video. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is to leave a comment down below with any suggestions that you have for videos that you want to see me make for you about reselling on my YouTube channel. That's all you have to do to enter, and I will be picking one winner from all of the comments that are listed in this video. So good luck, and make sure that you leave a comment with your suggestions.
So here what I'm doing is I'm creating a document, just kind of like a one-stop shop place where I'm just putting all the information regarding who the donors are, what the raffle prizes will be, what everyone is going to get to go home with. Oops, sorry, that was my finger. What everyone's going to get to go home with as far as like what kind of stuff will be in the swag kit. And this is just so I can keep track of it. And also I have a student who's going to be helping me set up and whatnot tomorrow. So she'll know exactly what needs to be at every place setting in regards to, you know, swag. But also I want to create just some sort of document that lets everyone know who helped sponsor the event, who donated items, and that way they have all their coupon codes and websites and Instagram handles and all that kind of stuff all in one place, and that way they can, you know, give back to these businesses who have been so gracious and so generous in donating items for this Posh N Sip. So that way all of the information regarding, you know, who these different people and businesses were in terms of who donated stuff, this way anyone who comes to my Posh N Sip will have all the information on one piece of paper, so that if they really liked something, like maybe they will fall in love with these UPakNShip mailers, and now they know, you know, how to find their website and order more. Or perhaps whoever wins this via trading box of Amazon or Macy's shelf pulls or returns, they'll be like, oh, like that was such a great experience, I want to order another box from them, and they'll be able to figure out how to do that. So I'm going to create that really quickly. Here's my helper, Zoe. Zoe, what are you doing?
I'm stuffing these bags for the Posh N Sip, and I'm putting little pieces of paper, and jewelry and little pins for the people who attend.
Yes. And what do you do for me when there's no Posh N Sip on a weekly basis?
Every week, every morning, I get up before I go to work, and I share your closet.
She's the best in the business, people, but you can't have her because she's in high school, she's already way too busy, and she's mine. So no one else can ask her to share their closet, but that's what she does for me, and she's helping me with my Posh N Sip today. So she is taking some nice freebies from Poshmark as well as from Nanette over at Trunk Trends, and I'm probably forgetting someone, but we're putting that all together in this big like swag bag from UPakNShip, so we are really excited, and yeah, you'll see more of her later. Okay, bye. Okay, so what happened when you tried to get these balloons for the Posh N Sip filled up at Dollar Tree?
So I went to Dollar Tree. I haven't told you about this part, but I went to Dollar Tree and I was like, hi, would you be able to blow these balloons up? They're like, sorry, no, we don't blow up latex balloons. And I was like, okay. And so I got the name tags, and then I went to Schnucks next door. So I went in, and he's like, okay, that'll be $1.99 per balloon that you want to blow up. And I was like, okay, I don't know. Let me just text her really quick. And then he was like, yeah, so it'll be about 30 minutes, and this is at 11:30, and the Posh N Sip party starts at 12. So I was like, oh no, 30 minutes, like, I don't know. So I texted you, and then you were like, it's fine, just leave. And then, so I left, and then you're like, because it was just like blowing up a balloon, so I didn't think it would take like super long. And I was like texting you, you said, well, maybe try to just get a few. So I went back in to go blow them up, and he went on his lunch break. And I was like asking around, I was like, hi, I just have to blow these balloons up like super quick. Could you help me? He's like, and they were like, yeah. He actually went on his lunch break. I'm sorry. And I was like, oh my goodness, because I don't know, like it's just, I don't know. But that was a fiasco. So.
Yep. So that's why we've got no balloons at this event.
Well, we have balloons, but they're just not blown up.
They look like this. Maybe Zoe can just blow into.
Do you want me to? I will.
No.
Okay.
I don't know what we would do with that. I guess
And
we
just
could just
set
lay it
them
here.
up. You like tape them.
We didn't bring tape, girl. All right, so we're a little bit of a mess here, but that's okay. But our first person is here. Say hi, Tori. Tori's awesome. So we are gonna get started here in a little bit. Say bye, Zoe.
Bye.
If you sign up for their club, then it'll tell you.
So just people getting to know one another and talking. It was a nice little small group, but it was actually perfect because it was really intimate, which was nice. There's Chelsea back there. She won the Fashionmaids box. And here's the space we were in. We were inside of Broadway Food Hall, which if you ever come to Urbana, Illinois, this is the spot. Like, you need to come here. I got my poke bowl from over there. They're having a wedding reception here later, so I had to move my event to a little bit earlier, but yeah.
Overall, the Posh N Sip was so much fun. It was really great to meet everyone. And although at first I was kind of bummed that it was so small in number, everyone who attended agreed that they really liked the fact that it was so small and so intimate because we really got to all just kind of chit chat with one another and get to know one another a little bit better. And that was really fun. Also from that group, there were a couple people who were able to go out to the bins over in Indianapolis. So we're kind of just creating a nice little community here, even in Central Illinois, which is really cool. If you have any questions about hosting a party on Poshmark, the app, or hosting a Posh N Sip, feel free to leave that down in the question section below too. If you like this video and would like to see more videos like this, make sure that you hit the like button so that I know that you enjoyed it. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!